came to the school, I'm brand new, I could already tell that there was this amazing culture built at Venture. And part of that is that we have crews and every child is in a crew.
Crew is vital to the leadership development of our students here at Venture. I have the job of taking students off campus into the wilderness and doing some very challenging things. Through Crew, students are given the opportunity to develop leadership skills, organizational skills, and communication skills, which help me when we're outside keeping students safe.
As a parent, I think Crew is really important for students to have an opportunity to get together. It's important for each student to feel like their voice is important and their opinion is important.
Crew is a place where they can come in the morning to get a jump start on their day. It gives kids an opportunity to know that they can make a difference. And in order to know that you can make a difference, you have to know that you're capable.
I'm eager to get to the point where the students can run it themselves. I feel like I'd like to know a little more about how it's supposed to be run, but I think that it's going to be a great thing when they can have that leadership kind of running something in the classroom on their own.
Who's never been in a crew meeting before? Raise your hand. Let's break down the parts of a crew, because guess what? In 6 weeks, all of you will be running crew by yourself. Today's greeting is called the name greeting. My name is Miss Raby. So I am Rambunctious Raby. And so after I do my motion, you do it too, and then it goes to the next person. Ready? One away. Brooklyn the Brazil. Katie the kangaroo, good morning.
I've seen children come in reluctantly into a classroom for the first time.
So say your first name. Kaylee.
An entire class welcomes them
Kaylee the kid. All right, so do a motion.
and embraces them for who they are. And then to watch them grow is unbelievable.
Enthusiastic Ellie, good morning. The reading this morning is a really important one. The title is We Are Crew, Not Passengers.
We have values at Venture, and each month we have a new value, and each reading it has a different purpose for that value.
With Crew, we aren't just passengers in our learning, we contribute as much as we benefit.
Crew is like our family. When you are actively involved in Crew, your experience here will be richer.
I like when everybody gets along and we play little games and we get to know each other.
Our activity today is called Toss and Talk Ball. When you catch the ball, wherever your right thumb is, answer that question. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Most embarrassing moment.
My favorite thing about Crew is probably the way that everyone is eager to come and get going in the morning, and then everybody leaves at the end of the day on a positive note.
Okay, so watching Crew, participating in Crew is going to be very important so that when it's your turn to take over, you know how to do it correctly. 3, 2, 1! Week 1's theme is the power of Crew, and the design principle that we focus on is self-discovery. In week 1, there are some critical things that need to happen. First, you have to have a great first meeting with your crew. When they come in, that first moment of school, you have that opportunity to set the culture in your classroom. You want to establish norms that first week, make sure what behavior is accepted at Crew and what crew planning and crew participation looks like and sounds like. During that first week, you also want to make sure that they understand the different parts of Crew, how to do a reading, how to do a greeting, and what makes a fun activity. Then they have some experience with planning a part of that at the end of the week.
Okay, so that's how you do it?
You also want to give them lots of opportunities to spend time together and learn about each other and have some bonding opportunities. At the end of week 1, you want to meet together and assign crew groups. Group number 3 is... That splits up the responsibility. At the end of the day, you want to give them a crew assignment. Whether that's you do the reading, you do the activity, and then as a group, they have to plan that together.
Raise your hand if you like it. Okay. Should we all present? It's 3 against 2.
Their whole goal is to make sure that they talk to me before they leave class, because your job as a teacher is to make sure you know what's going to happen. That way you're not scrambling at the last minute. Week 2 is taking chances, and this is the first week that a few students have some responsibility. You want to make sure that you're standing right there with them, helping them, walking them through the plan, and you should have the main plan in your hands. During the week, you want to debrief with that student and make sure that they understand what they're doing. You want to make sure that you're greeting everyone in the class. Another key part of week 2 is the idea planning session. Are you guys ready to do the greeting?
Yes. Not yet.
Okay, well, a lot of students don't know where to get readings or greetings or activities. We're in the computer lab today because we need to do some preparation. As a class, you need to come up with a bank of reading, and activities. You're collecting a bunch of these activities, readings, and greetings so that you can start making your own group bank. That way, when it is time to plan, they know where to go to get those. And make sure that you get new ones that we've never done before. The last part of the week, they are getting a heavier assignment. So as a crew group, they get an entire day to plan. You're meeting with each group and making sure that they're ready that next week. Week 3, the theme is the responsibility of learning. And you really want to focus that students are responsible for their own learning, especially in crew.
The game name is Minecraft.
During this week, each crew group was assigned a day. You're on Monday, right?
Yeah.
They are responsible for their own day that they're assigned to. Every student in the group should have an assignment, whether that's the reading, the greeting, even a joke if you need to add something in. And who's in charge of that? Another design principle that you can do is inclusion, making sure that students are having high inclusion games.
Only switching off the ambulance once in a while so more people get hurt.
There should be a theme for the week, and high inclusion is a great idea, or you could be even more specific, like I want your group to plan activities that involve dice. They can break out from, playing poison dart frog all the time or the statue game all the time. Make that the focus for your next week's activities. Week 4, the theme is sportsmanship. And this is a great opportunity to make sure that games, activities, readings all deal with sportsmanship.
We seldom stop to think how many people's lives are entwined with our own.
Even as I taught this to my crew, we had problems, and right then we stopped and we solved those problems. It's not going to come right away. That's why we are teaching these design principles, to make sure that the students know what is expected. And good sportsmanship, you definitely want that in your crew. You want them to feel like everything is fair, and that helps to create that safe environment. Make sure that they are having conversations about what is good sportsmanship and how to have it in an activity. How can you have good sportsmanship in crew? At the end of week 4, all students are given another day to prepare. Next week's theme is perseverance, so you want to make sure that they plan activities that include games where you need to persevere. 5, the theme is perseverance, when they will be planning an entire week of crew. I would take extra time to show them a blank planning template and also show one that I had filled out myself so that they can compare. That way at the end of the week, they know what is expected in a crew plan. And then the bulk of the planning session is spent planning that week, making sure that all students are engaged in planning. A lot of times, some students may wander off or not really participate, but their goal is to make sure that they're helping all of the crew members finish their day, making sure that the entire crew plan is filled out before they leave. Week 6, we have made it. The design principle is solitude and reflection. This is the first week that an entire group is in charge of the whole week.
Welcome to crew. So everyone get in a circle. The greeting is the explosion greeting. You go walk, 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 walk. Here's some TNT and explode. Okay. Do that to your left and right hand. The activity is What's the Dart Frog, and how you play is I will choose 3 people to be frogs.
The activity today is leapfrog. Who's played leapfrog before? The first person is like this, and the person behind them puts their hands on the back and jumps over them and then crouches down.
You want to make sure you meet with them at the end of the week to see how they did. You also want to reflect on crew in general and say, how are you liking crew so far? What do you like about crew? What things do you think can improve? Talia, what's your favorite part of crew?
When everyone participated and at the beginning of the year, it made it so that on the activities, it made new people to the school become friends with the old people from the school.
So who was really scared at the first of school to run crew by yourself? And who feels that way now?
Just a little bit scary.
To get in front of your peers? Yeah. It takes practice, doesn't it? I'm sure at week 6 there are still going to be problems, but you have the framework of what should be in a crew, and you need to refer back to those norms all the time of the behavior expected and what crew planning should look like and sound like, so that if you start to have problems arise, you go back to it and you say, this is what is expected. Make sure that students are following the protocols of how to plan crew.
I like being in charge of crew because it's fun and we get to do all these activities. It's fun to plan the activities.
I like planning crew because we each get the opportunity to plan our own day, and I like the greeting the most because everyone gets to do something together.
We all get together as a class and we get to plan things and we get to see what other people want to do and we get